shut it off. For the love of God. Dang. Stinky and noisy. Runs like crap. Hey everybody, welcome back to Dirt Grease Outdoor Peace. And today we have I think I said a 1970 Chevy pickup. He said it's got a 327 in it. I think he said it came from Alabama, somewhere down south. It's an older guy. I think it's his only vehicle that's on the road actually. And it's running rough. It's got some ignition problems. It's acting like the timing is too far advanced, and the distributor is looking like it's retarded. So I don't know, somebody's got the distributor in off a tooth, and so what we're gonna do is pull a spark plug or two, or maybe even all of them, so I can roll it over by hand. I'm gonna get it firing on one. Gonna get it up on top dead center. Oh, it does have a timing tab and a mark on the balancer. We're gonna see if that. I'm not even gonna look at that. I'm gonna do top dead center myself, and then see what that jives with there, and then take a look at the distributor and see what's going on there. I don't know if it's off a tooth and it's not timed right, and maybe there's something wrong with the centrifugal advance. But yeah, it just runs like crap. Diesels, when you shut it off, when it's hot and you try to start it, it cranks hard, and then and it bucks up against the starter. So yeah, we'll see what we can find with it. And yeah, thanks for clicking on the video. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys being here. Thanks. Okay, so I rotated the engine over until I felt the compression on my finger in the spark plug hole, and I pulled the valve cover just to make sure that it was on compression and I wasn't feeling the exhaust stroke. And so it's up on compression. I reached in through the spark plug hole and felt with a screwdriver to feel the piston coming up, and it jives with the timing mark down here. And this is a HEI distributor, and this is number 1, and they have it going on the like about 2 o'clock on the cap, and it shouldn't be there. It should be up here on the front, pointing up towards number 1 cylinder. So I mean, you could get them to run like that. That's just not usually how you do it. So now I'm gonna get up in there and pull the cap and see where the rotor is, and I'm gonna end up pulling the distributor out and checking the centrifugal advance, and end up setting it back in there so it's in the correct position. Right now the vacuum advance is way back because the distributor was in wrong, and it was probably advanced and they were trying to back it up and take some timing out, and it's all goofed up. So I'm gonna get that cap off of there and see what that looks like. We've got a hot rod out there. Yeah. That's from the pickup. Yeah, so they had this is, and it did run, so the firing order is correct, but it should be 8. Yep. Oops. No, 4. Three, 6. Yep. I'll give a number on that rotor. Okay. Oh, it wasn't latched. Yeah, and that's where the that's where the rotor's pointing. Cap's seen better days. I have a feeling that this stuff is all just cheap aftermarket stuff. I like to wind my spark plug wires underneath the distributor. That's nice. Well, centrifugal advance works. But we gotta pull it anyway, so. It was cold yesterday. It was like 40s and rain. And we had a storm blow through last night. Pretty wicked line of thunderstorms came through. We haven't had any thunderstorms yet this year, so it just kind of takes you a little while to get used to that again after the winter. But man, it was nasty. And now we got another line of storms coming right now, so the wind is really picking up out there. Yeah, it's a newer HEI distributor. Dripping all over everything. One thing you always want to check on these is make sure they have a little end plate. Make sure they're not bound up. And this thing looks like it's fairly new, so but yeah, I'll hold the gear on the bottom, and that's the centrifugal advance. So when, you know, anything above idle, this rotor starts to rotate with centrifugal force and advance the timing. But oh my god, this rotor, what in the hell? Look at that tab. How the hell is that even making contact with the rotor or with the cap? Look at that thing. It's supposed to be flat on top. Even this looks goofy too. So there's a inside of the cap. This is supposed to be flat on top and make contact with that button. Make contact with this button, and you see where it's riding. There's a ring there where that thing's spinning off center, and then the contacts. Oh, we get laid on it. The contacts there for the rotor are pretty nasty looking. Those can be cleaned up, but this thing's just been beat up by that screwed up rotor. The cap's not on all the way or something too. Something weird there. Yeah, they got this plastic kind of jacked up on there too. Okay, so I went down to Napa and got a new cap and rotor, and we're gonna change the rotor out here and get this distributor put back in. Let's get this rotor changed out. You can see everything looks like it's in good shape down here. This is the centrifugal advance I was showing you. As the engine starts to spin up, the weights start flying out and it advances the timing a little bit. And all that stuff looks like it's in good shape. Someday we're going to take a distributor, something more performance oriented, and my dad actually has a distributor machine where you put the distributor in and he can clip into the pickup and spin the distributor and actually check and see how the centrifugal advance comes in. And he used to tune distributors for dirt track racing and drag racing, and kind of like custom tune the advance curve in the centrifugal advance for racing. So that's kind of interesting. At some point, like I said, when we do something more performance oriented, we will get a distributor on that machine and show that to you. It's pretty interesting. It's got different. Yeah, see how messed up this tab is? I actually don't even know how this thing was running. I must have just been barely making contact. That's what it's supposed to look like. And then the button from the cap sits right in there. Yeah, and this is pointed way up in the air. That's weird. This is what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to be at that 90-degree angle. So we'll get this put on. This has a notch in it right here, and it goes on this tab on the side of the shaft there. If you tried to put it on wrong, it would, and line up the screws, it would sit on there crooked, and then that tab would be hitting there. So when it's on correct, that sits right over top of that tab like that. So I'll get a nut driver and tighten these up. Snug them down, and then one more time check the centrifugal, make sure we didn't trap a weight with that rotor. And I did check the vacuum advance. This is a vacuum advance here that goes on the base of the carburetor, and it's a little bit goofy, but I can show you, try to show you how that works. Let me get a piece of hose. I'm not putting my mouth right on that thing like I already did. Let's see. Oh, this one might work. I'll put this piece of hose on there, and then I'll suck on that, and you can see this pull the pickup ahead and advance the timing. That's it, and it works, and it holds. So that's good. So I will get the I got to reach in there with a big common screwdriver and get the oil pump shaft lined up. I'm going to get this distributor oriented so the vacuum advance is kind of pointing off at the passenger valve cover. Get the rotor pointing at number 1. Tip the distributor up, and you can see where that shaft is pointing. So I'll try to align that. Though one thing that's tricky about putting these in is that the you have to back the distributor up, because as the gear falls into the cam, as you slide it down in, it's going to advance the rotor just a little bit. So you have to, wherever you're going to back that up to, you have to look at that shaft like that. So sometimes it takes a little playing around with to get that exactly right and to have that fall into place. But yeah, we'll go back over to the truck and do that right now. Oh my God. Yeah, that windstorm's blowing through and power keeps coming on and off. Yeah, they're not going to be very much light, but I got my work light on there, and I just set up there. Oh my God! I just set that drive shaft, and I'm gonna try to set this down in there. And it didn't catch. Nope, there it went. But I think it's. Yeah, it's all the way down. Yeah, it's not bad. Let me look at the cap. Yeah, I think that looks good. I know the lighting's probably not the greatest. I'm waiting for the power to come back on. I gotta take the coil off of this and put it on the new cap. Yeah, there's the button, and there's a little spring on the top side that makes contact with that and the coil. And the new cap came with one of those. And this is ground. I'll transfer that right to the new cap. And I gotta go get that piece with the spring. Dielectric grease. There's the button. Read the instructions. Wow, it's got English on here. Yeah, it says to apply the dielectric grease to both sides of that rubber washer for a better seal, just to keep the junk out of there. Place the greased washer into the clean cap. Make sure the carbon brush and spring are in position first, then place the coil in position. Be sure, place grease washer into. Oh, it goes the other way. The hell it's supposed to go? Must be. Yeah, because it doesn't go through far enough. So this has to go up through here. That's kind of weird. Okay. Okay, so we got the distributors in. I kind of eyeballed the #1 post on the cap with the rotor just to get it close. And the power went out yesterday, and I got the spark plug wires all organized. I mean, it's better than it was when it came in. There really is no clips to hold them in place. It's just zip tied. So, I didn't turn the camera on because it was dark in here. I just had the one light, and it fired right up. I could tell that the timing was a little bit retarded, so I advanced the timing a little bit, and it ran a little better. And I gave it a little more, and then it ran really good, and then it restarted nice. And so I got the timing light hooked up, and I'm going to check the timing. And what I have to do is I might have to let it warm up a little bit. I don't know how this carburetor is going to act when it's this cold, but I'll start it up, probably let it run for a little bit, and then I have to unhook the vacuum advance and set the initial. With the vacuum advance hooked up, the white mark on the balancer that I showed the other day when I was doing top dead center, with the vacuum advance hooked up, it would be underneath the water pump, and it would be running, quite a bit of advance. So I'll unhook the and we can check that after too, but So we'll set the initial, and then the final test will be to get it warmed up and then see how it restarts hot, which before it didn't want to restart at all. So I will try to get this set up here where you guys can see, and fire it up, see how it runs cold, and let it warm up a little bit, and then set the timing. It has a manual choke too. I don't know if I'll need it. Needs a little more time. That's how fast the vacuum advance comes in. Hopefully you can catch that on the camera. Just getting warm. We'll see how it restarts. Should be fun. I see fuel leaking over here, and yeah, the clamp isn't even on the right side of the barb of the fitting. Oh, it's not even tight either. That's nice. Oh boy, she got pressure. Good thing that didn't blow off going down the road. Okay, to fix that. Yeah, I think I'll just leave well enough alone and see how it runs down the road, and make sure it doesn't ping going up the hills, and go from there. I think that's a happy old guy right there. Well, I just finished up that truck for that guy. That it went pretty good. It's just something where, you know, I learned from my dad that you can't rush through stuff like that and have and you know, it's hard to bill every hour for something like that because of there's just so many little things that take time. So I treated him right on it, and I think he's going to be happy. Hopefully I could pick up on how bad that thing was running at the beginning of the video. But when he dropped it off, he went to go start it when it was hot, and he had a heck of a time. There goes another utility truck. We had a nasty windstorm come through here yesterday, and you have to check out the last short that I posted about this spruce tree that was heaving. It's got a big split in it, and this split here and all the way down to that root over on this side was heaving as that tree leaned, and I was so afraid that thing was gonna break and go to the left and go through the power wires and stuff that my dad helped me get this chain binder on there, and it's still standing. And man, there's a lot of trees down around here. It was a nasty windstorm. My sister's still doesn't have power, and we were without power from, I don't know, like maybe 5 o'clock to 10 o'clock last night. But yeah, I'll give you a peek at the new project. She's rough. That's the truck I bought real cheap. It's a 3/4 ton with a 6-liter, and the kid said he'd put a transmission in it, and I hope he's telling me the truth. It doesn't run right now, but it's got so many electrical problems, it's unbelievable. But I got it really, really cheap. It looks like it's got a good frame. The cab is good. The interior isn't too bad. But so that's going to be next project. See if I can get that running. So I hope everybody enjoyed the video, and don't forget to hit that like button for me. Show me a little support down there, help my small channel grow. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I'll have more interesting content coming from all different aspects, outside work, mechanical work, all kinds of little projects, tree cutting, stuff like that. And leave a comment down below, even if you just say hi. Tell me what you're working on. If you're watching this video and you know, you're looking at the same thing I went through with this, that you're looking at a ignition problem or something on your car, leave me a comment. It just helps the channel. It helps spread the video. And if you do like the video, share the video if you can. And I appreciate everybody watching, and I appreciate those that watch till the end. And I will catch you on the next one. Thanks.